You ready?
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, YouTube world, one of my favorite episodes we've had in a while. We go over why people wear sunglasses in gyms. We go over, would you rather machine weights or free weights for the rest of your lifting career? And then, I mean, dude, we hit the crazy gas. This question is mind-blowing to me. What is the dialogue in your head when lifting? Is it positive or negative? Fun to talk about.
Demons, bro.
Dark places. Then, for the first time ever, we go double dark or double deep, and 3 places you would visit if you had a time machine and you could go back to safely.
Yes.
That went deep too. This is why I really enjoyed this episode. Destroy your surroundings.
There you go. Get comfortable. There you go. We're going to be here. We're going to be here a little while.
Let's see if she can do it.
Oh, yo, that bitch going to sleep. Look at her.
What a living the dream.
Good girl.
All right. Well, the question is, what beer are we drinking this week?
Man.
From the picture you sent me of this, I couldn't really tell the name of the brewery.
It's a collaboration.
Yeah, I couldn't read the...
Yeah.
What is that?
I believe the main one is the top one.
The top, what is that? How you say that? Cumbry?
Yeah, La Cumbry. It's over there in New Mexico. I picked these up when I visit my partner.
I got you.
Yeah.
So we're out of New Mexico. Yeah, I could not figure out what that said.
Yeah.
I would zoom in on it, and I was like, oh, we're just going to have to run with this one. So we got Cumbry, Cannonball Creek, and Comrade Brewing Company.
It's a
Collaboration. It's an Indian Pale Ale. We brewed with Mosaic, which is one of my favorite. How do you Sultana? Yeah, Sultana, Eldorado, Citra, and Tulsis hops. Outstanding achievements in the field of excellence. And I think the actual beer is just called Collaboration IPA.
It is.
Yeah. That's it's outstanding. So hopefully it's good. You would figure with 3 people to figure it out, huh?
Yeah.
Now, maybe 2 people couldn't. Like, you and I don't figure out shit, but if we have one more person.
Just one more person, we would have it all figured.
Oh, yeah. We need to get John Boy back on an episode. Dude, the crack of that can. That smells like a straight West Coast IPA.
Like a typical
Dude,
IPA.
if you win this one for me today by getting me an IPA that I really like, I might shake your hand. Can art's pretty fucking, like...
bland.
I feel like it's like an old, like a Simpsons look,
yes.
huh?
Yes.
Bland or not, it's got some cool colors and stuff. Why? If you got a good beer inside here, which I hope it is, why even have a cool can? Hey, it's better than last week's. Let me sit on this for a second. I'm not used to you bringing out this heavy hitting IPAs on me like this. I have to get used to it. All right, sunglasses in the gym. We're getting straight to it. What's the fact? You're a little older than me. I wear my sunglasses at night.
Corey Hart.
Yes. That was, I remember that when I was younger, but obviously
it's a great song.
Yeah,
great song.
That started, I guess, the fad of wearing sunglasses inside.
Sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the gym is an interesting one. Because the gym, they don't wear normal sunglasses. They find those like
Vipers.
Wrapper. Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
I wonder where that's from. Them Buttery Bros, I think, was really trying to do that stuff.
So when I lived back home, in God's country back there.
I hope you were this guy wearing these sunglasses.
Oh,
to the gym.
no.
Boo.
But at one time, I used to go to the gym before work.
Okay.
On my way to work, I'd stop at the gym, workout, because that's when I was training for all those triathlons. So they had an older gentleman in there that always wore sunglasses, prescription sunglasses. I mean, you could tell a prescription. Finally, I asked him, why the fuck are you wearing sunglasses? at 5 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
inside of a building.
Yeah.
He said that the fluorescent lighting hurts his eyes.
Got you.
So he wears those prescription sunglasses so it don't hurt his eyes. I called him fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But that was his reasoning. Now, why these kids wear the Vipers?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a few of them at that gym you go to.
Yeah. No, there's not a few.
Not just the Vipers. Like they've had a few people wearing regular sunglasses.
Yeah.
And me personally, I don't understand it because I like to see.
Yeah.
So
That
I don't
is
know. I
interesting.
don't know if the light's hurting their eyes.
No, my thing
I know
is,
the old boy that wears the Vipers. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Long
He
hair.
used to not wear them.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about the power lifter.
Yes.
He used to not wear them, and he started wearing them about 2 months ago. So I don't know what's his reasoning, unless he's sponsored by him.
Man, some people, I guess, like if they're influencer type, they feel cooler with some sunglasses on, maybe. So I get it. You think you look cool. All right, I'll leave it at that. It doesn't bother me. But if I had to think practical,
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing maybe the light does bother their eyes. Subconscious, like maybe they get anxiety and just it's a thing to coat to keep around them.
So let's go to the gym with a stringer on so we don't get anxiety.
Yeah, that's yeah. My guess is, dude, I smell a lot of that green stuff out in the parking lot when I'm walking into the gym,
That
and
could
they
be
got
it.
some really bloodshot eyes.
That could be it.
That would be my guess if I were to guess, because yeah, when I walk into the gym, I won't even name the gym. Yeah, I can. It comes out of multiple cars as I'm walking in. I'm like, maybe they're just trying to hide the stoic look. All right. Since we got that little topic out of the way, let's see what we got here. This is the first, I think, true IPA you've ever brought in.
Yes.
And it's in the 16-ounce can, so you can tell that they're a...
Legit
I feel like the
craft brewery.
craft breweries
Yeah.
with IPAs, they go to that 16-ounce can.
And it's only a 4-pack, so
What's
you know.
what is it, about $18?
I don't know.
That's
It's-
like the standard
it's-
$18.
It's
per
over
pack.
fucking priced. I guarantee you that shit.
It's the amount of flavor, bud, that they put into it. This coming out of New Mexico, we had the bomb one back in the day. They were all right,
Mm-hmm.
but that was the first time somebody brought us something, so it was
Yeah.
like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So this is our second beer out of New Mexico, and I gotta say, we're already moving in the right direction.
Because I told you that. So the brewery I picked these up from, this is not their beer. The brewery.
Oh, that's right. You said you made that little stop. And
I made that little
some
stop,
assortments
and
in there.
that brewery, I didn't taste nothing that was fucking a home run. You know what I'm saying? So
Y'all got anything else?
I didn't buy none of their beer. I bought a couple of 4-packs that they had for sale that's not from their brewery. Yeah.
That's impressive.
I wasn't impressed with their
That's
beer.
hilarious,
Yeah.
dude. Like, no, I don't want any of y'all shit, dude. Just give me that one that's in that collaboration can. No, that's got that West Coast taste in IPA. It's bitter. That's the standard IPA.
Yep.
Nothing, no frills about this one though. It's not
Yes.
like the best one I've ever had.
But it's not the worst one.
No, I would drink. I would finish the 4-pack. Yeah. I don't know if I would ever buy it again per se, but I would finish the 4-pack off without
because
hesitation.
You already bought it. I mean, you might
Yeah.
as well finish it off.
Yeah, I mean it's surprisingly pretty damn good.
Yeah.
All right, another gym question: free weights or machines? You're only allowed one for the rest of your life. Do you take the free weights or the machines?
So all the machines are just straight
All
up
the
free weight.
machines.
Give me all the machines.
And what for the audience? What do the machines allow you to do that the free weights won't allow
There's
you to
so much variety in those machines, and you're gonna find the right one
do? Mm-hmm.
that's fit for your body and your levels that you're gonna feel that muscle.
Yeah. That's the bodybuilding type thing. It's not
Yeah.
like you're just powerlifting and it's,
Right.
like I need to pull on something if I can't deadlift. Like there's like 16 different pulling machines like all in a row with every different direction. And
So look at it this way. You could either back squat or what? You could either squat and lunge with free weights, or you got all the other machines in that gym
yeah,
to work out your legs.
I hear you.
You know? Or you got a pull-up bar, deadlift, and bend over rows, or you have all the other back
I guess
machines.
it's what you want to look like aesthetically.
Yeah.
Or if, well, I guess that's the definition of like, would you rather be a power lifter or a bodybuilder?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially is what you're looking at. Dude, you could never CrossFit again, though, without free weights.
I'm
they would
perfectly
Dude,
fucking fine with that.
Imagine CrossFit gets a hold of the bodybuilding world. They're like, we're going to need 16 lat pull downs in 3 seconds. Dude, they would figure out a way. They would figure
out a way to kip.
They would, no, without a doubt,
Yeah.
on those machines. There'd
Yeah.
be some sort of hip thrusting movement.
Oh,
or
no doubt.
some sort of mechanism that allows you to do it.
All I'm saying is on Sundays, there's a certain individual that works out in the garage with me
Uh-huh.
that on dips, some kind of way, he finds a way to kip on dips.
So you're saying he kips because he wants to do them faster or because he's not strong enough?
I'm saying the person that kips, he's getting down to the last one and his big fat ass can't get up, so he throws his feet out.
Well, I mean,
He looked like a frog doing
So
it. It's
do you
actually
think
pretty funny.
one kip on one's probably okay. Huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just giving him
But I mean,
shit
you
because his
kip
big
10
ass
of
looks like
them.
a frog.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you kip 10, I mean,
No,
you're
it's-
kind of defeating the purpose of that.
It's always the last one.
Yeah.
You know when you're on dips and you're right here on the last one and you can't quite lock out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's usually when he throws his legs up.
I might do the
Yeah.
same if I had
Yeah.
to. All right, a deep one at the gym. What's the dialogue in your head when lifting? Is it positive or is it negative? I've been holding on to this question, dude, for like maybe 8 months, and I haven't pulled it out, but I thought about this, and I'm like, I got to throw this at Bud. Is your dialogue positive or negative, and what are you going over at the gym?
So, I mean, it's not like I'm telling myself, prove all them people wrong. That your whole life you got put down. I mean, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't tell myself
I guess that depends on what
shit.
season
Yeah.
of your life you're in.
Yeah, because right now,
Well,
that's
what's the average day with you if you're working out by yourself? What's going on in your head?
a bunch of judgmental shit.
Shit look like people around you. So you are looking at others and judging them, so you don't have to think about yourself.
Yes.
Your inner dialogue is just like the door is closed.
Yes.
I have the opposite problem. My inner dialogue inside my head is wide open, which is not good. Positive or negative, dude? What is negative thought when you're working out? Like, what would that, like, I'm not good enough? Because if it gets you to work out, then it's positive.
And like you say, nobody goes to the fucking gym because they all positive. I mean, everybody goes to the gym because you either want to get bigger,
Yeah.
you want to
you
lose
hate
weight.
yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
So you want to get bigger.
you're not living the
I wasn't born with enough mass.
right. I mean, it's not all fucking sunshine, rainbows, and fucking blowjobs, and you're going to the gym just because you want to work out. I mean, there's a reason
I hate
people go to the gym.
Yeah, I hate going to the gym. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like working out. Like, I mean, when I don't now, I've developed kind of a love-hate relationship with it. Like, if I don't go, I'm like, yeah, I kind of missed it a little bit. But I would rather go home.
Because I've never seen a motherfucker skipping from machine to machine because they're so fucking happy
Look,
and
dude,
just saying to themselves, oh, I'm so grateful to be here.
you
I
gonna be
look
at the
so
gym this
good.
Tuesday? Because we may have to
Yeah.
film that. I may put on a kilos and ounces thing and start skipping from dumbbell to dumbbell. Inner dialogue for me. Depending on what season of my life I'm in. Yeah, I've never been the person like this. They didn't believe in you and shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
But I have been known to in my head go, you little bitch, pick this shit up. You being a little bitch. Come on, fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck this.
that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But as far as
dude, I've thought about
the negative shit, I mean,
I don't know, man. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I have been known to, if I'm having a bad workout, like it just and I gotta push myself to something, like not killing demons, but like this workout is tough. I need some juice here. Dude, I've put some songs on that made me think about exes that like put a rage in under my ass. Is that negative or positive? I think I'm dealing with
that's more emotional than it is negative thoughts.
I can use my emotions. Dude, I have legit like damn near made myself cry like before I squat. Like thinking about shit that is like deep in there and like just looking at it and getting really fucking sad and then squatting. I've legit done that numerous times. I don't, man.
You going to that dark place, finding them demons.
But
That's
I've
what
never,
the fuck that is.
Yeah, but I've never looked at it like, and I don't describe it as like, oh, I'm killing demons in here. But I mean, I guess I've used it.
That's kind of what it is.
So I wrote this thing. It was a comment, and I know I'm going to butcher it, but I wrote it down on my phone. This is like something that was in my head. And I was talking about like, you know, what you use for motivation and how like ex relationships or like somebody hurt you or you know getting fired and you felt like you were wronged or whatever. Using that is like putting like nos into your car. It
Revving
burns fucking fast and hard.
Yeah.
It's gotten me through workouts, but it's not sustainable.
Right.
But I've figured out a way to use that shit for like a while sometimes where I'm like, oh, I know this is going to fucking bother me. I know thinking about such and such with such and such is going to bother the fuck out of me. So I'm going to think about that. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to rip this shit up off the ground. I remember when I was small and this bitch, whatever, I'm sure people thinking like, oh, you know, I got to prove myself. I could see how somebody would use that because I've used stuff like that in my head. But it's because you
I don't
have
understand
big arms already, dude. I got to use the fuel to get those arms.
But I didn't have them at fucking 16.
That's true. You must have been saying some wild shit in your head when you were that. Like,
I got to prove them wrong.
Yeah, that teacher failed me on that test. Yeah, I guess to sum it all up, it depends on what day it is. Like arm days, like I'll put on some music because I hate arm days. And just kind of get through it, like grunt work. But, man, there's some days where I'm like, I'll put a little bit of, I hate to use this term because it might be overstating it. But to prove a point, I use a little bit of the rage or whatever that kind of, something that I'm super frustrated about. And I figure out how to, like, get that out. So I guess that would be like me talking to like a shrink or something like that. Instead, I just use whatever that kind of that's bubbling up in there, and I push it into my muscles.
So
use the pain to fill your muscles, bud. Maybe that's why you ain't big enough, dude.
That's probably
you
why.
ain't been using the secret sauce.
That's right.
If you use the secret sauce, fuck all this shit up, and then start going to the gym. So you would get big. You could compete in the open bodybuilding championship.
Fuck no.
That's all you're missing, dude. You're just missing a little adversity in your mind. You're missing that dark place.
I try not to stay mad.
Yeah,
when I gotta think about shit like that to anger.
My thing isn't getting. I don't know if it's mad. I feel. I've never talked about this. Not in a like, oh, I'm fucking sad. I've just never thought through what we're talking about fully. Man, yeah, I'll dig into some old shit. Like a Rolodex. Like, oh yeah, that shit bothered me. Like, oh yeah, you picked them over me or some shit like that. Yeah. Even like work, like say work stuff. Not even like relationship, which I've used a fuck ton of that gasoline for. But that's the whole reason why I got into working out. I had somebody I really, really loved, like, leave me. And, dude, I found P90X. Like, I hadn't worked out since high school. And this is just before I started drumming. And I was like, Oh, and I would use it like I'm in there fucking just using this like I'm gonna get bigger to where I cannot be denied, and then that's what got me into CrossFit too. So it worked out.
See, that shit don't even cross my mind.
I wish it didn't cross mine, but I think is that like the artistic side? Like, you know how like I lean into the music and kind of, but I mean, you love music.
Yeah.
But like I feel like the artsy type people like me, that I guess that maybe we use those things to express, and then I figured out a way to tap into it with like fuel for lifting.
But I talk to myself, but it's like,
you talk about boring shit. Like I gotta fill up the car after I leave here.
yeah, man.
Man, no, that's not what that ain't giving me the fuel. That's not giving me the shit I need, bud. Thinking about filling up my truck when I leave.
But I'm also not trying to do a 3-rep max either.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I gotta tell you, I've used that sort of like
For your cross shit.
No, you know, I never really used that during CrossFit. It's happened a lot more with this kind of hybrid bodybuilding, powerlifting type thing that I've done.
Power building, as they call it.
Yeah, man, I'm a power builder.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm big enough to have that term yet, but I'll learn it.
You can start using it.
I'm a power builder.
Hashtag
I'm
power
really
builder.
gonna start using that power builder.
Hashtag.
Dude. No, I guess because like there'll be times where I think. And I take notes in my phone about like and I was never told to take notes. I don't know. Like sometimes I'll just write some shit down, and I'll be thinking about some deep shit, and I don't know, gets me fucking going. Like like using some stuff that hurt my feelings. I can't. I know I'm not the only one. I don't read too many posts, but I never thought about it as like I'm killing my demons. Like I feel like if anything, the demons are giving me power to fucking do these lifts.
I still can't understand the people that say they gotta go to this dark place and all their demons and all that. Motherfucker, you're picking up a weight and you're putting the motherfucker down.
Yeah.
It's not life or fucking death. I just, to me, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But whatever it gets him to do whatever they need to do.
I guess that's kind of where I'm like, I look at it as like, that is like, fuck it. If the product at the end looks good.
Right. I mean, you can't deny.
Yeah. What if C-Bone is just like dealing with his demons and that's why he's so fucking yoked?
He's fucking Canadian. They nice as fuck. They ain't got no demons.
Man. There's a lot of rage in that C-Bum guy. You could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sum all that up, man, because I feel we're 20 minutes in on that, and I feel like I could keep talking about that. We may have to revisit that one on another episode. When I've had talk, because I've never thought about it. I liked the question, and I was like, I'm gonna ask Bud this, and then I never did, and I should have thought about it more. Because sometimes like I'll dabble in what we're gonna talk about a little bit and talk to somebody about it, and this time I was like, I'll save it for the next week and the next week. And then all of a sudden it felt right to talk about it this week.
Right.
And my answer as I'm talking is me thinking about it more than like, I don't know what the exact answer is. Right. That shit's hurting my head. What if I'm that demon guy, dude? What if I'm in the gym destroying my demons?
It kind of sounds like you are.
The only thing the dark place, the only time that I felt that I understood that, where I got to go to a dark place, is the CrossFit mentality of like getting these workouts done. If, say you're doing one of those workouts, it's like as fast as you can, 100% effort. Maybe I understand that I had to go to a dark place, not necessarily, or like a dark cave or whatever that mentality, not necessarily like the evil of it, but like I want to stop this and telling yourself like hell no, and driving it to where your body, you might be slightly killing yourself. And maybe that's the explanation. Like I went to a dark spot because you're having to like just go through it. I'm just trying to explain it. I don't know.
I don't think that's it.
Man. But to sum that up, yeah, I've used some past shit. A lot of my dumb mistakes have gotten me a lot bigger these last 2 years. Let me tell you, you can get yoked as fuck thinking about some bad shit you've done. Yeah, that works. You want to go over sponsor?
Oh, Yeah, we can go over today's
Man.
sponsor.
I like that topic. I think we should revisit that in like 6 months.
So you
With,
want
like,
to think
little
about
bit,
it a
yeah,
little bit
because
more?
that shit, they're
'Cause my opinion about
yeah,
it
I
ain't
know
gonna
yours
change.
won't change,
Right.
but I know my, like, if I actually think about it,
Uh-huh.
it might kind of change. Because
Right.
that's interesting to me.
Today's sponsor you brought to by HEB. This one is a holiday stuffing ridge potato chip. Now, if
Holiday stuffing.
I think they're trying to get rid of the shit they couldn't sell,
I understand.
you know, during the holidays.
Yeah.
But if it's anything like last week's that apple pie,
Yeah.
this some bitch is gonna taste just like it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty impressed with that. I don't know if I'd want the whole bag of chips of the apple pie one. Oh wow, you had to do it. What do we got on this bag? We got some garlic. Looks like some basil. Look. There's fucking celery on this bag. Here's to the stuffing. That's stuffing. That's more like a chip than last week's.
Yeah, you'll be taking these to work.
That's not bad. Man, that is a lot in a chip. You know when you like bang, like sometimes it's a little over the top. That is a very rich in flavor chip. That tastes exactly.
Salt heavy.
Yeah.
Salt and garlic.
It tastes exactly like stuffing though.
Yeah.
But it's like a hockey puck in like a chip form.
Yeah.
All right.
An explosion in your mouth.
So when we do next week's episode, it's going to be a little off the rails because we're going to run out of some stuff to talk about because I'm going to throw this one in there. Time machines.
Uh-huh. Bill and Ted?
Yes. Now, I should have told you before so you had a little time to think about this. But
On the fly.
time machines are invented.
Uh-huh.
The guy tells you, hey, I want you to come with me. We'll go to 3 places. Now, this is a very classic question.
Okay.
But you have 3 places you can go to and this is like before, we're going in the past here. It's not that Back to the Future shit. What are 3 places you would go to and you would be safe? So let's put that stipulation there because, I want to go back and see this and, there's explosions. You're not going to die in the first 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the time machine gets to where it's at and it's at the bottom of like an iceberg or some shit like that. You're going to be safe.
Definitely dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I think that would be so cool.
Which one would you be
I
interested
don't know
in seeing?
what period or era or however they got that shit drawn out.
Yeah.
But when fucking T-Rex is just roaming and just ravaging.
So you want to see a T-Rex hunting? Like,
yeah.
Like if you could
Or a pack
somehow
of raptors or something.
saddle up on his back and just
I'd ride that
around.
some bitch like a fucking horse.
I don't think there's anybody that would disagree. Like going back and seeing dinosaurs
Yeah.
is probably
How
on the
cool would
list.
that be?
I think that's
Yeah.
90% of the population is like,
Yeah.
I want to go see dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's on my list. What else? You got 2 more. Or you need me to go with one?
Go with one and I'll
The
follow.
pyramids.
You could go to that today.
No, I want to see how they were built.
Oh.
Like put that shit to rest.
Say that. Yeah.
I want to go back and see how the pyramids were built because
Yes.
they haven't figured that out.
No.
And the crazy thing that blows my mind, and you're like, oh, well, they just had a lot of fucking time on their hands. Of course they figured out how to do that. And then they figure out that like these stones came from like
Miles away.
300 miles away. And these stones are something you just throw on the back of a pickup truck. Like a horse isn't pulling them.
Mm-hmm.
Horses aren't probably pulling them. What the fuck is and
So you obviously have been watching those ancient alien.
No, I've never seen Ancient Alien. But I've
that's
looked
the type
up research
of stuff
on.
yeah.
Yeah, I've looked up stuff on the pyramids just because it's fascinating. It's on my
Yeah.
bucket list to go see the pyramids.
Yeah.
If Egypt wasn't such a
Hot.
dangerous right now, I've been told by somebody that's from there, like, hey, not don't go there right now. But yeah, they cut those stones so perfectly that they sat in together. Then there's places where it's like, what, 100 feet plus up in the air like a rotunda, and it doesn't fall in on itself like nothing. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not even saying it was aliens or something, but what sort of technology that they have to build that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just fulcrums and like
So,
ropes and stuff?
This is what blows my
Seems
mind.
a bit much.
There's enough history out there
Yeah.
and stuff like the pyramids, you know, and Stonehenge and all these other things.
Uh-huh.
Like you're saying, that it's so perfect that it's hard to replicate that now, today, in today's world,
Mm-hmm.
with the technology we have, and that shit was built thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's plenty of these things out there that the stones they use aren't found anywhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
So where they got them from, how they got them there, but you don't know what the world was like back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that was abundant, and they used it all up. And as the continents divided and spread apart,
Yeah.
maybe that shit was further down.
Makes sense.
You know?
Yeah, it's interesting because I just want to know how they put that top rock on top of that goddamn thing. Like, how did y'all get that
Yeah.
high?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, smooth. It was smooth surfaces, and I
Yeah,
hear
they
that,
didn't
and I'm
climb
like,
it.
yeah, to mind. If I had to give a quick answer, that would be it. But then when you start really thinking about it, like, well, what, there are 1,000 people pulling this with one rope,
Yeah.
and then the amount of like horsepower to pull a stone. Yeah, you could have a bunch of people lined up, but once you get like 50 people pulling out, the slack of the rope changes, like the physics of it, like you're moving in different directions. So like it's not all pull.
Yeah.
Like, how did you pull that along? Because that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Blows my mind. All right, what's the third one for us?
No, my second spot
Oh, second spot, yeah.
would be in a bunker
Uh-huh.
with Hitler
Oh.
right before he pulls the trigger, just to fucking watch it and see if it really
If
happened.
you hoped. Yeah, he didn't end up in
Just
Argentina.
to see if it really happened.
Hey, man, there was a lot of those people that ended up in
Yeah.
Argentina,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a...
Descendants. Yeah, I watched that documentary.
The which one?
It was a documentary on, of course, they conspiracies and all that,
Mhm.
but did Hitler really kill himself in that bunker?
Oh, yeah. Well, who the fuck knows? I mean, you hope he did. I mean, you hope. But, yeah, like Argentina, they have like Oktoberfests and all sorts of stuff there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The genes are strong down there is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, according to that documentary I saw. But the thing about the fucked up thing about a documentary,
Mm-hmm.
it's all one-sided.
Yes.
They show you what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
There
the
needs
thing
to
about
be a rebuttal.
Yeah.
Keep this shit in check. That's what you and I do for each other. You keep us in check. You keep me on track, cause I'll look over there at you, and I could tell you like, whoa, you're exploring the space a little too much, and we're in a 12x12 here.
I really can't hide too much on this face. It really comes across what I'm thinking.
Because it slows me down. All right, so pyramids, dinosaurs. Man, I'm trying to think like something. I mean, everybody wants, I guess, to put it to rest with, is Jesus real or not? Like, let's go back to year 0000.
But I mean,
That's
not going to change nothing.
I think that would change a massive amount.
You think?
If you found out that Christianity,
That the book
Not-
is a fucking novel and none of that shit's real?
if that was true,
Mm-hmm.
like that it wasn't real,
Uh-huh.
I think this world would be a much different place. So many people use Christianity in a good way, and there's some that use it bad and get judgmental and all. But I've seen a lot, and I grew up Christian. I saw a lot of good. I did a lot of good in the name of Christianity. But to find out that it wasn't real
Mm-hmm.
and that all of it is just stories and stuff like that, I think that would change this world big fucking time, because that would take a lot of people. All of their decisions are made from the beliefs of that system. So if you're taking away somebody's identity and belief system, I think you start seeing a lot of people run stop signs because they don't give a fuck. Like, there's people that really hold on to that. And if you took that, it'd be like if you found out aliens were, like if you met an alien, that would readjust the way you perceived things, I think. I think you would have I don't know what it would do to you, but it would change my day to day. Like if an alien all of a sudden landed in your fucking backyard and walked in here like, damn, I ran out of gas, bro. We're real. Yeah. I would probably act a little different.
But I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna say
this
would, but
United States was designed.
I think
like
a lot of the world knows aliens are real, and we still living
but
just
nobody's
fine.
seen them. I'm talking about like face to face. If like United States, they all that documents and stuff they wrote had Christianity through mostly all of it.
Yeah.
At least sort of like that mindset.
But
that's not around. What do you we're barbarians, you know what I mean? Like
no, because this is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could still be a good person.
Yeah, of course.
So people that are good now,
yeah.
God forbid it comes out that there's a fucking novel that somebody wrote and it been passed down and people believe
Making
it.
a lot of money.
Exactly. I've been to the Vatican. These
would love to go there.
motherfuckers are just stealing fucking money from the poor people. But
I
anyway,
would love to go there.
people that are good now, if it comes out that Jesus never was born and everything else, they're not going to say, well, fuck it, and just start being bad people.
If you went into a church with unrefutable evidence, man, first a lot of people would be like, I don't believe you. But
I'm telling you right now, my 93-year-old grandma who believes in Jesus Christ, if it comes on the news that Jesus Christ was never alive, she's not going off a rock and just start shooting up the place.
Not. Oh, I'm not saying people are gonna fully go into anarchy, but I think you would see a change in suicide rate. I think you would see a change in the way, like just day to day, the way people react.
I agree with the suicide rate.
Yeah,
I
think
do
you
agree
would
with
see
that.
because people put a lot into that, like their identity, and if you change somebody's identity like that, yeah, it's like sometimes the mind can't take it. I'm not saying everybody's gonna be like that, but I think there's a lot of people on this planet, and you change something that is like literally, dude. We are in AD, BC, like everything is into like like some connection to Christianity or anything.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. So I would like to go see that.
So from somebody from a Christian background, I got a question.
Yeah.
So I know you're not one of those far-wing fucks.
Yeah.
With the whole Christianity thing. But I know a guy at work that, how can I put this? He's smart enough to know that dinosaurs lived.
Oh,
but
yeah. They don't believe in evolution.
They're not 4 million years old because the world only started 2,000 years ago.
Biblically, I think what they thought when I was growing up was like the world was like 6,000 years old. Maybe like as far back as this world was created was like 4,000 BC, 6,000 BC is when like Adam and Eve and then Moses and all the stories that you read in the Bible.
That is when it started.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, dude, so this is where you can see a knowledge that you've never seen come out of me. There was always these arguments of like, well, how were dinosaurs before? Well, it was always explained because there's this, Genesis said, God, one day to him is like 1,000 and like 1,000 days is like a day. Like there's no time constraint. So maybe those 7 days that he was creating the world, or technically 6 days,
was 7 million.
Could have been, yeah.
Okay.
So there was ways to explain that.
No, there was ways There was
Yeah.
ways to tweak
Correct.
everything that you were reading into
Yeah.
it. Okay.
But yeah, dude, like me, I believe in evolution and stuff. Like I'm not, but I mean, I'm not in that world anymore. But
Right.
yeah, I remember people not believing in evolution, and it's like, why not? If God could have created stuff, and then over a millennium, like they could evolve. I mean,
Right.
it's not that hard to believe in, like. I don't know. I guess the argument would be, we came from monkeys. So God, when he created monkeys, he said he created Adam and Eve.
Not
So-
a monkey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the first two monkeys were named Adam and Eve. I don't know. We're probably going to lose a lot of viewers on this one. But, dude, I could go down a rabbit hole on it. You think everything else I talk about, I can go down a rabbit hole? This is like my knowledge for like 21 straight years. Man,
Bible
dude,
thumping.
I could go down a rabbit hole on these. Yeah, I used to sit with some friends from like that old time where they're a lot like me, out of it and everything. And we just sometimes will scratch that itch, like just talk about it, like what if, or things like that. That's why one of my places I would go is like, does that exist?
Yeah.
That would be interesting to me. Because if it did, like, and all this stuff in the Bible is true, that would be pretty trippy to go see Moses, like, parting the Red Sea. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That would be cool. Yeah. So that's why I'd do that. But, yeah, that's a rabbit hole. Evolution, which is weird, because there's people that can't figure out how, like, yes, we evolved from monkeys, but then it accelerated. And then there's all these theories out there about like how, like, why did it accelerate? Was it us discovering fire, meat, like being able to cook the meat, and so we got bigger, our brains were able to grow, like
nutrients.
Yeah, this is so crazy. And then there's that thing. Have you seen? I know you've heard about how it was aliens. They came down and genetically tampered with monkeys and started a strain of humans.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff. Also, the discovery of psychedelics, maybe. They think like that may have opened the brain a little bit more. But then, I mean, everybody had to be fucked up on psychedelics for so long that the evolution would create,
Just licking mushrooms?
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't...
I find it fascinating, and it keeps this world interesting, but sometimes I wish we had some definite answers, because it's fun to think about, like, oh, did aliens come down and genetically tamper with a monkey and create a human, and they're just coming in to check on us? Like, that's fun to think about, but it would be nice to know.
But like you say, it's better that we don't have those answers. People keep the faith in whatever they have their faith in. That's why it's called faith.
Yeah.
People believe what they want. And that's...
I've seen some Christian people that were rude and like judgmental, but I have seen people give up their entire lives, go down to Mexico, barely scraping by just to help kids. I mean, I've seen people
spread the word.
Yeah, I've seen people living very poor, very hard like lives just to spread the good news. I've seen those people.
Yeah.
So when I hear people are judgmental about Christians, I'm like, I take that with a grain of salt real quick, because I'm like, I've seen people give up everything to just spread that news. And then I've seen people that are judgmental, or you see some pastors that are driving around in some very expensive cars.
Or touching little boys.
Yeah, you see, I mean, there's, but that's the human condition. You know what I mean? That's the human condition of it. This omnipotent God isn't coming down and whacking you over the back of the head when you're doing something stupid. So as humans they do dumb shit. But yeah, what you got? What you pairing with that? What's your flavor on it? What's that can art grade? You drinking a whole 4-pack of these?
I'm doing 2 of these. The can art is very, very...
It's The Simpsons, dude. It's
it
legit
is
The Simpsons.
Very third gradish.
Like us.
Yes, I would love to draw this. What it pairs with? Whatever you like.
Dude, chips and queso with taco meat.
Yeah.
That's what that pairs with.
Not them
No, not
stuffing
stuffed
fucking chips.
No.
Uh.
It's a good IPA from somebody that, like, I love IPAs. I'm a sucker for a really good IPA. All the flavors are there. If you like an IPA, you're going to like this beer.
Yeah.
I didn't see what the percentage was on it, but I'm guessing it's at least 7, maybe 8. I would be very surprised if it was anything lower than 6.
Fuck, I ain't got my glasses on.
But it does taste like it's got some alcohol in it. I don't think it actually says.
I don't see it anywhere.
This thing. What if it had no alcohol in it? It just tasted like it?
I'd be one mad motherfucker.
But it does taste like it's a good 7. It's at least 7%. So it'll get you where you're going if you're looking to get a buzz. But man, yeah, I would pair this with bar food. That's a bar food type beer right there. Burgers, brisket, like just shit from a bar. Breakfast tacos. Why not?
A hot dog.
Hot dog, yeah. I would drink it again. Like that's a drinkable beer.
Yeah.
And so New Mexico for us is 2 for 2, 1 for 2. I don't know. The other ones weren't bad, but this is the best we've had out of New Mexico.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.